Hey YouTube, Matches 860. We're talking about pipe tampers today, and we'll start off with one that everyone's familiar with, and that's the check tool. You can get these for less than $2 usually. The problem with these, I found that the retaining ring that holds the three tools together must be made out of some inexpensive white metal, and it tends to fall apart on your keychain. And what I've done here is just to take a bolt, run it through the three tools, put a nut on the other side, and then take a hacksaw to the threads of the bolt, or put a little epoxy on there to keep it from falling apart. And I keep this in the car because the tool that I have on my keychain, obviously I can't use while I'm driving, so that works out pretty well. As far as things you can do to make your own tampers, the easiest thing I've found is you go to your hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, pick up a box of spikes, and it really is a ready-made tamper. If you get the common head there, you might want to file down the point on the nail so that it doesn't poke your finger. If you want to be a little bit more creative, you can do what I did here, and I filed down the end of the nail to form kind of a paddle that's good for scraping out the bottom of the bowl. Only took me about 10 or 15 minutes with a metal file. That works out really well. And you could probably file the shaft of the spike down enough so that you could make a nice little reamer for the airway. I always tend to get a couple of flakes stuck in there and it ruins the smoke. Another inexpensive idea, if you take a combination wrench, this was a cheap combination wrench. I just sawed off the open end of it, and you can put this on your keychain and use it as a pipe tamper. This here is part of a plunger for a sink, bathroom sink that I took out of the house. Perfect size for the bowl of the pipe. That works out really well. That's one of my favorite tampers. Simple eye bolt, and again you could file down the threads on this if you wanted to, or you could also, if you have any leftover briar, you could carve something out of this, a little figure or something, and then in the bottom drill a hole to accept the bolt. Actually, that's the wrong bolt. If we took something like this and you wanted to screw the figure onto this, drill the hole, put in the bolt, and you could secure it using some of this 5-minute epoxy that you mix up. Put it on your bolt, you'd be good to go. This here came off of a cork remover for a wine bottle. This is another one of my favorites. It works out really well as a pipe tamper. And the original idea I had behind this here, before I got sidetracked, You can find little parts that'll fit together like this, and if you made some sort of a sleeve or took the threads off of this bolt, that would work. Anything's better than your finger, right? And then very common idea for spent shells. So one of these, take some leftover briar or any wood that you have laying around, whittle it down to the size of the inside diameter of the shell. Again, use some epoxy to hold it, and you got a nice tamper there. For those of you that are a little bit more into working with materials, bone used to be a popular item to work with for tools like pipe tampers. And if you were to just saw this corner, down a couple inches, 4 or 5 inches, and then file or sand that bone, you'd be able to make a pipe tamper out of that would last forever. That would be a nice conversation piece. I'm sure that you guys have some ideas of your own, probably some unique pipe tampers that everybody would like to see, so put them up. And for anybody watching, whether you're a newbie or a seasoned pipe smoker, I would highly suggest going to College Pipe Professor's YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description panel below here. He's got a great video on tamping your tobacco, everything that we all need to know as pipe smokers. So take a look at that, and that'll do it for this video right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.